Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's game between the Mountain Vista Golden Eagles and the Fort Collins Lambkins. My name is Jonah Cullen. Alongside me is Sam Derschteller. Mountain Vista coming off a very narrow win last week against Heritage, where the two teams matched each other very well till the very end, where Heritage failed to convert on a two-point attempt. As for Fort Collins, they're coming off a massive 56-21 loss to Ponderosa. Mountain Vista's record is 1-1. Fort Collins is 0-1. Sam, what do both teams need to do to secure a win here?
Well, Jonah, Mountain Vista needs key players to show up tonight for them. Firstly, Jack Blaze has been the star of Mountain Vista's offense so far this season. With 4 touchdowns, he has been their go-to player this season, so we expect to see more of him tonight. Secondly, they need Austin Majeski to show up big for them tonight. Last time we were here at halftime help, he was very shaky, throwing 2 picks and no touchdowns in a game that the Golden Eagles would lose by 6. He did bounce back in a big way against Heritage as he threw for 4 touchdowns in their 35-35 nail-biter win. But Mountain Vista needs him to be consistent, not on and off like he has been. Their third guy they need to ball out today is Carter Daniels. Daniels has had a decent start to the season as he leads the state in tackles. Lastly, Vista will need their offensive line to step up in a big way. They've simply allowed too many quarterback pressures, which could be the cause for Majeski's struggles. Taking a look at Fort Collins, we are expecting them to throw the ball quite a lot today. Last week, quarterback Justin Cranford threw for 280 yards and a touchdown and a pick. Their running game got 26 carries spread out between 4 backs and 1 quarterback. Cranford did show the same struggles Majeski did in week 0, but did throw a touchdown. So hopefully for him, he'll shake that off and will be ready to go tonight. Looking for Cranford to target Levi Hermson tonight as Hermson snacks 7 catches for 63 yards against Ponderosa. Looking at Fort Collins' stats, they do tend to throw the ball more than the national average, but for less yards. So expect a lot of nice quick hitters for them tonight.
One final note to look at is the defenses for these two teams. Both have given up touchdowns in excess. Mountain Vista gave up 5 last week in a narrow victory, and Fort Collins, they gave up 8 in a big loss. Mountain Vista showed an overall struggle against the deep ball in their first 2 games. They got gashed by quarterbacks just chucking it deep. As for Fort Collins, they've just struggled against the pass. They were destroyed for 270 by Ponderosa quarterback Marcus Price. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we wait for kickoff, don't turn away as we prepare you for the Mountain Vista Golden Eagles against the Fort Collins Lambkins. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready here for Mountain Vista to take the field, they're in the tunnel right now. I think it's a good time to talk about some injuries for Mountain Vista. Will Stoops, who was a key player in their Week 0 opener, despite the loss, he played brilliantly. He's out. Japri Jennings is out. Gavin Giles, he was up around here with an elbow brace or a sling actually. Pardon me. He's out. And Aiden Vincent is out. Hunter Dell is still out after he did not get to play very early on in the season. So it will be Zach Pickett once again taking the kicks. As for Fort Collins, they only have one player out, and it's Joe Cottingham, who is a receiver. And obviously injuries, they play a big role here. So Mountain Vista, they need those guys who don't typically start. They need them to show up here, or this could be a very tight game. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to kick off here, it's a pretty hot day, so expect not to see very many players being in for as long as you would typically see them in. They're gonna be rotating guys. You gotta get them water. It's way too hot out here. Sam, what are your keys for the game here?
Well, since it's a hot, muggy day, the ball will be flying through the air tonight. Despite the sun getting to set in, it'll probably still be hot by the end of this game. So I'm expecting a lot of passing for both teams. Austin Majeski needs to make accurate passes tonight. He can't be as inaccurate as the first game against Ralston Valley that we saw in Week 0.
Absolutely. I mean, you just quick, short passes. Try and keep your guys as fresh as possible. As here we go for the kickoff. It's going to be Joel Lopez set to send it from the 40. Whistle blows. Lopez composes himself. One hand in the air. Here we go. The ball is kicked and we're underway. It's a line for Lopez. That one's going to go into the back of the end zone. It's going to be a touchback for Mountain Vista. It looked like it was Grant Henson who was standing back there ready to return it. decides not to. Now Austin Majeski is going to take the field. He's 42 for 69 this season on 523 yards. 4 touchdowns, 4 carries, 7 yards in that last game.
And at this pace, Austin Majeski by week 4 is going to have over 1,000 yards already on the season, and that's a lot, and it matches what he kind of had last year.
Here we go, Majeski in the shotgun. It's going to be a very nice, quick jet sweep, getting a good run outside. It's Ja'Kai Mack. Mack has, it's already fumbled, but they're going to say out of bounds. A great run from Ja'Kai Mack on a great jet sweep. The offensive line doing a good job pulling and blocking, and Mack almost threw the possession away on the first drive, on the first play.
Yeah, definitely scared us a little bit right there, fumbling out of bounds. But great play design right there by Mountain Vista, catching Fort Collins off guard with the jet sweep.
Now Majeski, 2 to his left, 1 to his right. It's going to be a quick hitter. Once again, never mind. He's going to throw it outside wide open as Mack again. He's still running, and he's going to go out of bounds. Very close, tight roping on the sideline. Couldn't quite keep himself in bounds there.
Back-to-back first downs for Mountain Vista as Ja'Kai Mack has been a part of both of those plays, and he's racking up yards right now.
Absolutely, and despite only being 3rd right now in receiving yards per game behind Jack Blaze and Dupree Jennings, Mack always making an impact. Now Majeski fakes the handoff. He's going to throw another out route. That's 2 straight outs. This time he's going to find Sean Conway, and it will be just short of a first down.
Yeah, beautiful play design. Majeski's 3 for 3 on the night already, as a beautiful out route right there to Sean Conway for 8 yards.
Now Majeski, 2 to his right, 1 to his left. He's going to hand off very quick. It's going to go Jack Blaze. Jack Blaze has been a star all season. He's going to try and bounce outside. Blaze still inside and trying to tightrope and keep himself in. Couldn't quite do it.
That should be enough for a first down, though.
Absolutely. That's what you want to see from Mountain Vista, taking a different approach than what we've seen so far this season. They're just trying to get the ball down and score fast.
And now it's a holding call on Mountain Vista as they'll be pushed back.
And once again, the Mountain Vista O-line, another penalty. We talked about it a lot versus Ralston. This Mountain Vista line, or just Mountain Vista in general, they can't keep themselves clean. It's just penalty after penalty, and it's, I mean, backed them up there from what would have been a first down, now to a 2nd and 8. Majeski 2 to his left. He's going to motion 1 over. He's got 1 to his right. Majeski quick hitter snap. It's going to go right to Blaze. Blaze up the middle. Now he's going to bounce outside. Jack Blaze has a gap. Jack Blaze has it. Touchdown, Golden Eagles. Jack Blaze goes for 31 on an outside zone that he really almost went untouched.
Yeah, that was just incredible how he completely burned the defense right there. And the outside run is clearly burning Fort Collins, and they definitely need a better game plan by halftime. Now, Zach Pickett is going to go for the extra point.
Now Zach Pickett, he has number 3, that is Austin Scheich holding for him. Pickett steps up. That is a nice low line drive, and it's good.
That was actually kicker Riley McDonald right there with her first extra point of the season.
Oh, good for her.
Definitely making headlines.
Absolutely.
Female kicker.
We were told that it would be Zach Pickett, but it was, in fact, McDonald.
Now it will be Pickett to kick it off.
So I think Zach is just going to be kicking it off, and I think Riley's going to be doing field goals.
And extra points. Definitely.
Yes. All right, now Mountain Vista, they scored real quick there. Can they get a quick stop and do it again? Zach Pickett pacing back and forth.
It only took Vista 5 plays to get into the end zone. Hopefully their defense can show up well too.
The ball is kicked into the hot summer sky, and it is all the way back to the 1. Now returned, trying to get something here, trying to find a gap. Absolutely nothing there. Still on his feet is Levi Hermson, and he will be brought down on about the 17-yard line.
Hermson, one of Fort Collins' best receivers, as he's trying to get a lot of targets right here from quarterback.
It is their quarterback name, Justin Cranford. Now, Justin Cranford, he's been pretty good this season so far. Obviously, he has the touchdown, 2 picks, but I think that he can try and get something going here. In the pistol, 3 to the left, 1 to the right for Cranford. Quick drop back. It's going to be a nice screen. He's going to go right to Levi Hermsen. Hermsen is wrapped immediately. Gain of maybe 3.
And once again, who do you guess it is? Carter Daniels right there with another tackle. He leads the state, and he's showing why he is.
Absolutely, their defensive star, and it's a gain of 4. Decent one to open off the drive. Now 2nd down and 6, once again in the pistol. He's got 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Gonna try and bounce outside now, trying to get something up the gut was number 6, Kevin Lozano. And if you will just give us 1 second. Now in the pistol, he's got 2 to his left, 1 to his right again. Went for the snap, he's gonna call it off here. Now looking to his quarterback is Cranford, trying to get something.
Crucial 3rd and 2 here for Fort Collins.
He's gonna slide Cottingham, who actually is playing, and now he's gonna slide Hermsen, and timeout called.
A little bit early to call timeout in my opinion. They need to save those, especially since they're already losing in this game.
Yep, I mean, it's 9 minutes left in the first quarter. I feel like you gotta try and keep those timeouts, hoard them, and then use them at the end of the half so you can get your guys a breather.
I feel like Fort Collins should have had a game plan on 3rd downs, but I guess not today.
Now both teams in the huddle. Mountain Vista, they were very, very quick to score. They've done pretty decent on defense here to keep them honest. It's 3rd and 2. What are you expecting to see here, Sam?
Well, like I talked about in pregame, it's going to be a passing game, and I think it's going to be a quick pass here, probably slant, and it's going to catch Vista off guard, and hopefully Fort Collins gets a first down for them.
Vista 2 DBs in press. It's going to be a fake handoff, rolling outside now, trying to find something. Oh, and he's just going to scramble with it and gets leveled by his own teammate, Cranford, who's actually wearing 44, which is slightly surprising, was taking a nice scramble and had his teammate pushed straight into him.
Carter Daniels on the push there. So I guess that counts as a tackle.
I guess it does.
Line did.
It's like the butt fumble. Who gets the tackle? Or who gets the forced fumble in that case?
I think the football does.
Now, once again in the pistol, he's got 2 to his right, 1 to his left, motioning number 15, Perry Archuleta. That's going to be a quick handoff, bouncing outside. Still got daylight there, was once again Kevin Lozano.
Lozano's gained plenty of yards here, and maybe my pregame analysis was wrong, as Fort Collins is proving me wrong. I still think they're going to try to pass the ball, though, but I think Vista had that plan, and Vista wasn't prepared for that, so Lozano's trying to get a lot of yards here.
Well, Sam, if things continue the way they have been, we'd be 0 for 2 on predicting game plans here. Now, once again in the pistol, it's the only formation they've run. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Trying to jump it there. There's going to be another short handoff, and it's going to be a first down. The bell cow, Kevin Lozano, will pick it up again. And coming up from his middle linebacker position was Carter Daniels to try and jump the gun there. And he almost timed it perfectly.
4 tackles already for Daniels tonight. Hoping to get at least double digits. Although that's honestly kind of expected from him.
Now in the shotgun, 3 to the right, or 2 to the right, 3 to the left. Vista's defense laying back. No step drop. He's just going to fire a quick hitter on a curl. And that's going to be just short of the first. Maybe, might be a pickup of 9.5. And yeah, he is half a yard short. Great throw there from Justin Cranford. And he found Joel Lopez. Actually, pardon me, he found Trenton Price.
Looking to see where the referees will mark the ball.
And
looks like a penalty.
This is interesting. I didn't see a flag, but it is a penalty. It looks like they moved the ball significantly forward.
Maybe unsportsmanlike conduct after the play.
Still no call from the referees, and we will continue.
Great yardage right here for Fort Collins as they're trying to
once again in the pistol. Fort Collins, 2 to the right, Lopez to the left. Now motioning out. It's going to be a bubble screen. Never mind. It's going right up the middle. Run pass options going nowhere. So they motioned Price to try and bring him over with Lopez, and then try and use that misdirection to get Lozano up the middle. But that was sniffed out immediately by the Mountain Vista Golden Eagles defense.
2nd and 11 now here for Fort Collins.
Yeah, loss of 1. Let's see if Fort Collins can bounce back. This time they've got 2 to the left. Once again, it's Lopez and Van Wormen, I believe. That is number 12, Van Wormen. Now, bootleg. He's just going to try and chuck it. That's into coverage. And one of the cheerleaders almost just got decked by Elias Torres.
Yeah, great pressure right there from the edge rusher, Zach Ruffle, right there. He definitely got it in the way of the quarterback, Cranford, and that led to an incompletion right there. Now a 3rd and 11 here for Fort Collins.
Yeah, and Cranford, he's rolling in an uncomfortable way. Normally, because he's a righty, so you're going to want to roll him far sideline from us. They rolled him near side, and it forced a bit of a wobbler as he tried to make up for that.
Unless you're Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen, you're not making that pass.
Here we go again, once again in the pistol. Now, he's got plenty of time. He's just going to scramble. Now he's going to throw. And it went over the head of Ja'Kai Mack, who got kind of exposed. And it was Trenton Price who didn't have to worry about Mack. That was a
yes, right there. Just snuck the pass right through there. That's precision and elite ball placement right there for Fort Collins. And now, after cashing off on that key 3rd and 11, it'll be 1st and 10 from the red zone.
1st and 10 from the 16. Trips right, 1 left. It's a quick bubble screen. Quick hitter. They're going to try and find Hermson. Hermson is tackled down after the whistle was blown. Bit of an interesting one there.
Should be a nice gain of 2 right there, and it'll be 2nd and 8.
Absolutely, and this Fort Collins offense, it's what I like to call the death by 1,000 cuts offense. They throw short, they run short, but they chew the clock, and it works brilliantly for them.
And they've also had a lot of help from the penalties, too.
Absolutely, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Once again in the pistol.
Blitz.
It's going to be another blitz from Mountain Vista, stepping up and brought down by the face mask, and then lit up on the ground. They're not going to call it, but it was Zach Ruffle who brought him down by his face. So that was a very lucky no call for the Golden Eagles as he twirled him.
Very risky call. That could have put Fort Collins at the 1, but now it'll be 3rd and 8 and a key play defensively for Vista. Fort Collins needs to get on the board here in order to keep up with Mountain Vista's powerful offense.
It is Lopez and Hermson to the right, pistol formation again. It's going to be a nice hand up the middle, trying to get something. It is not going anywhere for Lozano, and a flag is down.
That's not what you want to see so far. Vista has all of the penalties, and hopefully not another one here.
And Vista's defense has done a good job to hold here. Will it be on them? We're waiting to see the call here. I think it's going to be on Vista. It is, and that is killer for the Mountain Vista defense. Another penalty like last year, like Ralston Valley early this season. This team keeps committing penalties and shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, those penalties shouldn't even be happening. Face mask, you know not to grab the face mask of the player.
Face mask was the play before. Now, once again in the pistol, it is always like this. Lopez and Hermson to the right. It's a quick bubble screen. That one's sniffed out. Hermson still on his feet. He's going to be losing yards, keeps the legs churning, and quite like normal, the Mountain Vista gang tackle of defense, doing a good job to stop him there.
I believe it is a gain of 0. Although,
I believe that was Tate Ames who got there first.
and Levi Hermson, somehow he broke a tackle from Carter Daniels, so I can believe he has a lot of strength. And he should be a big factor in tonight's game.
I think Daniels also came at him sloppy. They're going to run trips right with Archuleta, Hampson, and Lopez. It's another one. It's picked in the end zone. A miscommunication. That's going to come back. Picked off by Ja'Kai Mack. Mack's running. He's got an entourage. Can he beat the quarterback? Come on, Ja'Kai. You got it, man. He is in pick 6, Mountain Vista.
Nope, he's out of bounds.
Oh, that's a heartbreaker. He almost had it.
I think they're still celebrating for the right reason. It was a pick, and they brought it back all the way to the red zone, and this should be very easy for the Mountain Vista offense to get back on the board. Like I said early in this game, Ja'Kai Mack will be a big factor. How about that on defense for him? He's got yards on offense and on defense.
Great heads-up play by Mack. He saw the miscommunication between Cranford and someone who is not on my active roster. He saw the ball go over the receiver's head, and he read it like a book.
Also, great play calling by the defensive coordinator of Mountain Vista. They called the blitz, and they pressured Cranford right there and led to an interception.
And another timeout is called.
This time it'll be called by Vista with 4:15 left in the first quarter.
Well, Mountain Vista, they've looked good so far. A lot of great plays so far from them. Obviously, the pick that just happened. And then that first drive, it didn't even take them all that long. They just went down the field to very little resistance.
Yes, and hopefully for Mountain Vista, they can go up big in this game. And this could be a little bit more relaxing for us.
I prefer to see them nice and tight and fighting hard with each other.
That is true. I do love a good game. Look at that. Ja'Kai Mack is back out on the field after making that 90-yard interception.
Now, Mountain Vista, they are on the 10. First and goal. No mistakes here. All out wide. Majeski stands alone in the backfield. Only 4 bringing blitz. Here it's wide open to Ja'Kai Mack. A touchdown pass from Majeski to Mack, and Mack was untouched there. He just went right past Karsten Grogan.
I think if you count the interception yards on defense and the yards that he has today, I think he has over 110 yards today. And that's covered almost most of the field, and I think more than Fort Collins even has today. Great job right there by Ja'Kai Mack. And now the extra point coming here from Zach Pickett, actually.
All right, so it looks like they're just going to bounce kickers whenever they feel. Here we go, Zach Pickett. And it's good. Zach Pickett right down Broadway.
Hunter Dell's supposed to return in the next 2 games for them, so hopefully he'll be back soon.
Well, we might talk about quarterback competition. We might have kicking competition. Zach Pickett's look pretty good.
Yep, and we've already had 3 different kickers to choose from. Hunter Dell, great kicker that we saw last year. Very, very consistent. Zach Pickett this year, I don't think he's missed yet.
Has not missed a kick.
And then Riley McDonald as well.
Absolutely.
She just knocked down her first one, and it was right down Broadway. I think this is a great competition for a position that is not really cared for.
Kickers are people too.
Of course. I feel like they're very important. They get just as many points as the offense does if you add it all up. Despite
my kicker slander in the first week, kickers are people too.
Absolutely.
Now Pickett once again to send it into the setting sun. We're back underway, and that's a great kick. A little bit of backspin, and it's going to be returned on the 2. Pickett doing very great with his placement here. Running into his own guy, and finally going down is Levi Hermson.
Hermson breaking another tackle right there. He has so much strength, especially as a wide receiver. Fort Collins is a massive team, and they're ready to pound Mountain Vista.
Absolutely, and I mean, you got to try and, but as strong as they are, you got to put points on the board, and I mean, it's 14-0. I feel like you got to get something. Once again in the pistol, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. They're very, very heavily used formation, and that's going to be a loss of, I believe, 1 for Lozano again.
Mountain Vista's got the run tonight.
Absolutely. They're just no worry about a deep ball. They are sending everything in the kitchen sink down the middle.
Everything is going well for the Vista defense. The only thing that's not going their way is penalties, and they got to stop doing that.
It hasn't hurt them too bad yet. That one's going to be over the middle, and no, there it is. That's pass interference. And that's Austin Scheich, who is not happy about the call. I don't know why he's complaining. He absolutely clattered Perry Archuleta. Or actually, apologies. We don't have that guy on our roster who he just absolutely lit up. We will try our best to find out who that is.
Also, the edge rushers right there, Zach Ruffle, and also for Mountain Vista, Orion Ulmer. Great pressure right there on the quarterback, Cranford, as Cranford has been super inaccurate today.
Now another quick handoff. That's going nowhere. Oh, keeping the legs moving in the pile. Rugby-style scrum, and it's going to get him about 1. I would give an individual shout-out to whoever made that play, but that was not individual. That was the whole team.
And this is a team sport, isn't it?
Absolutely. Well, can Fort Collins get something going here? The pistol has not worked for them. They're going to go 4 out wide, still in the pistol.
2nd and 9.
Vista's defensive backs slightly off a little bit. Now they're going to bring more pressure. Immediately in is Carter Daniels. Escaping well is going out of bounds. That was a great escape from Cranford as he looked to Hermson. But with all that pressure, it's going to be very hard to put it on the money.
The hurry right there by Carter Daniels just makes it so much harder for the quarterback, Justin Cranford, to get anything done. Every time he's been pressured, he has missed a pass. And that's exactly what Mountain Vista needs to do. They need to get to Cranford, and they've been doing just that.
3rd down and 9. The Vista student section getting loud. They got 4 out wide. Try and check their play. It's always going to be an interesting one here. 4 out wide, 3rd and 9. They're going to bring one in motion. Fakes the jet sweep. Now under extreme pressure and brought down. It's a great sack by Zach Ruffle.
He's gotten to Cranford so much today. And that'll bring up, I believe,
4th down and 11. So Mountain Vista's defense once again stands strong. And Joel Lopez will be punting. The first punt of the night. That one's high and it's got distance. It's a great punt. Returning it and bobbling it. And it was number 20, Elam Parisis, who had a bit of a scare there.
And now the Vista offense will go out once again.
Well, can they make it 21-0? They've scored on 2 of 2.
Their offenses look good. Let's find out.
Absolutely. And one thing I got to say, I think part of the reason this offense looks so good is because that offensive line is not giving up pressure. It's allowing Austin Majeski time to think, and he hasn't been trying to play hero ball.
Absolutely. Week 0 was a terrible scare for him.
Sorry to interrupt you here, Sam. It's going to be another quick hitter, and brought down by the caller is number 6, Jack Blaze, and he's brought down by Caden Soders.
Another thing to point out, I think Vista is ahead in this game because of home field advantage. Of course, Fort Collins located very, very far away from Highlands Ranch.
Absolutely. And they got him to jump. Great play, great bluff from the Mountain Vista offensive line. And it was number 45, JP Straubing, who jump before the ball was even close to being snapped. And yeah, that's encroachment.
Bring up 2nd and 1 for Mountain Vista.
Well, Mountain Vista finally not the ones committing the penalty. How does this change the game plan? Obviously, normally you script the drive. How does this change the plan? Majeski, he's going to hand off Blaze. Blaze has it outside. It's been working pretty well for them so far. Blaze has a first down and more. He's still on his feet, and he's going to go down at about the 48.
Great play calling right there by the Mountain Vista offensive coordinator right there, thinking that it might be a read option for Majeski to run the ball himself, but Blaze kept it, and he went forward.
Absolutely, and like we talked about Jack Blaze, he's been the bell cow. He's getting another one on an outside zone. Jack Blaze cuts back inside, and finally they're going to get him down. Making a good adjustment there for Fort Collins. It was Derek Costenda and J.P. Straubing who teamed up together to make the tackle.
Time running out here in the first quarter as it's 14-0.
They're going to move Majeski by himself. Trips left, 2 to the right. They got him a jump again. J.P. Straubing has jumped twice.
And that could also relate to the audible right there by the Fort Collins defense as 2 linebackers went deep to play safety.
They got to get J.P. Straubing to stop jumping here. Majeski's still alone, and they got him to jump again.
That would be
There's no way that that was another encroachment.
Hopefully, no, luckily it wasn't J.P. Straubing again, but that'd be terrible to get 3 offsides penalties.
Oh, it's a legal substitution for Mountain Vista.
We thought penalties were going the other way.
Not,
and finally they
not
switched.
this time. And immediately after getting the penalty giveth, the penalty taketh away.
Come on, refs, we want to see more football.
Well, Sam, the clock is paused, so we will still see the same amount of football.
I believe it's just time consuming. But this game is very fast-paced.
I don't think that anyone really knows what's going on right now. So refs are discussing the players. Yeah, we don't really know what's going on, but we're here for it.
First quarter soon to be wrapping up.
And the sun is finally setting, which should help the heat a little bit, and they're gonna wave the flag, so no penalty for Mountain Vista. Back into trips left. Majeski stands alone. There we go. It's gonna be a quick hitter screen outside. It's gonna go all the way outside to Sean Conway. Conway is gonna go out of bounds.
It will definitely be a first down right there for Mountain Vista as they will move the chains and Mountain Vista treads even closer into Fort Collins territory.
Moving the chains and moving the clock. 10 seconds remain. Will Majeski try and get a play off here?
He will.
He does. It's going to be a quick handoff. Jack Blaze, no it isn't. It's going to be outside. Wide open is Jakai Mack. Mack doing some fancy footwork and gets his legs taken out on a great tackle by Nolan Migdal. Try saying that 5 times fast. And that will bring the first quarter of action to an end. Mountain Vista marching down the field again. It's 2nd and 1 on the 24.
It's even more confusing than you thought it is. It's Migdal.
Sam, what did you see that you liked there from Mountain Vista?
I liked how they moved the ball. Offensively, they have been such a menace to the Fort Collins defense. 2 out of 2 drives. One of them had very good position based on the 90-yard interception right there by Jakai Mack. But they have moved the ball so well offensively. They've taken their time at the end of the first quarter. And then on defense, too. I love how they're hurrying and pressuring the quarterback, Justin Cranford, so much right now. And he's just been so inaccurate all night long. Hopefully that doesn't continue for Fort Collins. You hate to see it, especially taking a 30-point loss to Ponderosa. So hopefully that doesn't happen again tonight against Mountain Vista.
Absolutely, and we are back with the second quarter in the very picturesque Highlands Ranch, Colorado, as the sun sets behind the mountains, behind Chatfield. Can Mountain Vista punch in another one?
Very beautiful sight.
Absolutely. Majeski again stands alone. They're doing trips left again. Ball snap. Majeski on a two-step drop. He's going to sling one, and that was ugly. It was a good read to Ja'Kai Mack, except he kind of dinged it off Nolan Migdal's knees.
Yeah, bad miscommunication right there. Ja'Kai Mack was not ready to receive the pass, and Majeski threw it to Ja'Kai Mack when he wasn't looking. And that's just key fundamentals. You cannot throw the ball when someone's not looking. You know he's going to miss every time if he's not looking.
Yeah, but Austin, that's one blemish on a perfect game so far for him, as he's going to hand off. Jack plays up the middle. Blaze is just pounding forward. Actually, it's Grant Hansen who gets his first carry. Woo!
How about that? Third downs, that's all Hansen.
And they're going to keep Grant Hansen in. You love to see it. Backup running backs are people too, just like kickers. They're going to hand off to Hansen again, and he's just going to punch forward and gets popped. Grant Hansen just got leveled by Gerardo Rivas, and he almost did a full cartwheel.
Got checked right there for sure. Hansen's still in the game, though.
Sam, I believe that was more of a knee check. They're going to keep Hansen back in, and it's going to be another one up the gut. No, it isn't. It's going to be Austin Majeski. He's going to try and find the edge. Majeski's going to try and step out of bounds, and he does not get in. But
should be down.
It should be a first down.
Should be placed at the 1-2. Like I mentioned earlier, we've seen a few read options, and that was all the running backs taking that. This time they went with the quarterback, Majeski, trying to rush it in, and got a first down all the way to the 2-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. I'm expecting another run right here from Hansen to try to punch it in.
Right up the gut for Hansen. He's going to go through the A-gap, and he's in. Touchdown, Mountain Vista. 21-0 as your Golden Eagles roar ahead.
What did I say? I knew it was going to happen.
Absolutely. Hansen, when he gets his carries, he's a very, very productive runner.
And if I was the Fort Collins defense, I would have thought that would happen too.
Absolutely. They sold out to the run, and they were right. It's just they went for the wrong gap.
Now they're going to switch kickers again. Riley McDonald here for the extra point.
Yeah, I think they're just letting them kick for fun at this point. McDonald steps up and trims the post, but it goes in.
And you could hear the crowd roar after that. Riley McDonald, certainly a face of the Mountain Vista football team.
I wouldn't say that. This is her first time kicking, Sam.
I'm just saying it's interesting.
It is interesting. And they're going to have Zach Pickett doing the kickoff. Pickett. Swine. And the Mountain Vista Palms and Cheer team doing their kick line. That has to be tiring, considering that they just did 21.
It's also tiring keeping up with the special teams changes.
Only slightly. It's going to be Pickett kicking off again.
Thank gosh Elam Parisi is the only punter for this team.
Yeah, although we haven't said his name very much, whether it's receiving or because Vista has yet to punt.
Or throw to their tight end as well.
That is true. Elam has gotten no targets. Now Zach Pickett is going to send it, and that's a line drive. Ball bounces in a weird way. Okay, they're going to blow it dead. Bit of an interesting one to try and return it from your own end zone. But they do blow it dead, so it will be a touchback.
It's a very dangerous play to return it there. It could bounce into the end zone, or you could possibly
bobble it.
Or you could even kneel it when not realizing that you're right on that goal line, and you could be marked right at the 1. It could be a terrible mistake, but that would be a touchback.
Absolutely, that would be very, very sad for whoever would kneel it on the 1.
Embarrassing as well.
Yep, and once again, not moving away from the pistol. They're trying to stick with it. I applaud it. They're going to bring one in motion. It's a jet sweep, and they're going to go to Hermsen. Hermsen's got a gap. Hermsen's running free. Brought down. Very nice tackle there by Tate Ames, who brought down a fast-running Levi Hermsen.
we said earlier, Hermson was a key player for Fort Collins, and he's showing it right there. Him and Ja'Kai Mack are probably going to compete for the most yards tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, Hermson, he is the heart and soul of that offense. He's been the one to give it everything so far. And, I mean, Lozano's been good, but he's been stopped because all of his touches have been runs up the middle that have been snuffed out. They're going to motion Hermson again. Vista stacking the box. It's going to be a nice quick run up the pistol to Lozano, who gets maybe 4-3.
4 yards right there. And that'll bring up 2nd and 6.
2nd down, 6 to go for Fort Collins. They're trying to get something on the board here.
Yeah, already in a 21-0 hole. They have to get something on the board if they want to stay in this game. They don't want to be blown out by 30 again.
Well, Sam, we've seen crazier things. Remember Thunder Ridge last year. Remember Rock Canyon last year. We've seen big comebacks. Vista on both sides of said comebacks. Now another handoff out of the pistol to Lozano. Lozano pushing forward, lowering the shoulder, using his body, and he's going to get just close to the 1st down. Bit of a scrum there after the play, though.
Yeah, a little bit chippy here. Fort Collins in a deep hole. Hopefully they can calm themselves down and get into the end zone.
Yeah, absolutely. Fort Collins is marching. It's 3rd and 1. Do they bring the jumbo set and try and push forward for the 1st? No, it's still the pistol.
Trips left.
Here we go. They've had Lopez by himself all game. That's going to be a nice quick hitter screen. Staying up after getting popped was Levi Hermson, who got almost spear tackled, but managed to bounce off of it. And the man that tried to make the tackle was, I believe, don't quote me on this, Colton Bowers tried to just absolutely demolish Hermson, but
and if you're going to do a quick slant, you know you're going to get hit afterward. So once you catch it, you got to brace for the contact. And now here's Hermson, and he'll be taken down for only a gain of 1, and that'll bring out 2nd and 9.
Well, that was a nice short pass, 1 yard. Obviously not quite what you're looking for when you're trying to march, but there's still 8 minutes. It does. Maybe we got this one right, unlike Ralston Valley. There have been a lot of short passes, so could have gotten this one right.
Fort Collins moving the ball very, very slowly down the field, taking their time to get points on the board.
Cranford again in the pistol. They're going to motion one over. Splitting between, and it's going to be another handoff to Lozano. And nothing there, a bit of extracurricular off the ball, as it was Zach Ruffle who just got flattened by the O-lineman, Ben Hopper, who should get credited with a pancake block there.
3rd down here for Fort Collins. Hopefully they can convert here on 3rd down. They've done pretty good so far on it. Hurry up offense here for Fort Collins. Trying to catch Mountain Vista off guard.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going pistol again. Not going away from it no matter what. It's going to be another fake jet sweep. Trying to find something as he is brought down. Justin Cranford had time, had a decent amount of time even, but he's brought down by Wyatt Seaman. He tried to put the stiff arm, but Seaman planted him.
Tackle for loss there for Wyatt Seaman. He's known for getting to the quarterback, and that'll bring out 4th down. I believe Fort Collins is going to go for it since they're in such a big gap on the scoreboard. Yep, they will go for it.
Absolutely. 4th and 10, and they're running the pistol again. At what point do they think about going away from it? It hasn't worked yet. It's another rollout. Ruffle has pressure. Did he catch it? He did. But is it enough?
That does not look like enough.
No, he's going to be short.
Rundowns.
He's short. Did not get it. He put it on the money. Great pass from Justin Cranford as he went to Joel Lopez, who bobbled it and brought it in brilliantly. Austin Scheich, once again, unable to break it up.
And now Mountain Vista will try to increase their lead to 28 or less.
Now, It's another one. Majeski, bit of a sideways handoff. They're going to go back to Blaze. Blaze using those short legs. He's going to get something. Turn nothing into something, and it's a 7-yard gain, I believe.
Risky play right there from Perry Archuleta, grabbing from the helmet there, but it'll still be a gain of 8 regardless for Jack Blaze.
Jack Blaze so shifty. He shows it off there again. High snap. Majeski brings it down well. He's going to find Ja'Kai Mack outside. Mack getting a good run. Mack's gone by 1, almost went by 2. Jack McKeon couldn't get a hold of Ja'Kai Mack, and Vista moving fast.
And now in Fort Collins territory, Mountain Vista threatening again.
Does Mountain Vista bring the backups on if they get enough of a big lead?
I think after this touchdown, they could possibly do that.
I don't think they do it at 28. I think maybe 42.
Maybe at least after the second half.
Well, Majeski, he's got plenty of time. And that is a bomb that he slightly overcooks.
The stop and go was so perfect right there with the play design. He definitely burned the defense and caught them off guard.
Sean Conway was untouched, but Majeski a little bit too much on it, and there was some more going on between Jack Heath and one of the defensive linemen for Fort Collins.
Majeski's eyes got wide open right there as Conway was open, and he overthrew him.
Trips left, Majeski. 3-step drop, stepping up now. Great pocket presence, and he is going down. Fort Collins defense making a big play there. And we believe it was Mahimia Smith or Ben Hopper who got in there. Now Majeski in the shotgun, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Vista commonly using this formation. It's going to be another one over the middle, and that was placed quite horrendously. He tried to find Ja'Kai Mack, who was open by a pretty decent chunk. Majeski didn't have much pressure and couldn't put it where he needed to. Majeski 2 touchdown passes today in the 1 touchdown run for Mountain Vista. He's been pretty good. Obviously a couple sloppy mistakes, but he's kept himself clean and he hasn't done anything too egregious.
Well, now it's 4th and 14, and this will force the first punt of the game.
And that's going to be a legal substitution. Yep. And I believe that it was number 99, Luke Little, who was coming on after the ball was in the air.
They'll still be short of the first down, as Mountain Vista will still be having a punt here.
They waved the flag again, so no penalty.
The refs need to be decisive on their calls.
Absolutely. It is a judgment call, a hard one to make. Rock Canyon got good pressure there, and Zelon Parisi sends one into the sky. That one's going to be returned quite well. Oh, someone just got stiff-armed, and now they're going to bring flags. So Levi Hermson just put his, voice crack, apologies, just put his hand right in the chest of, I believe it was Sammy Brown, who pretty much got told he wasn't big enough, got shoved off, and then he went down and then he got hit. And it's going to back up Fort Collins for a reason.
Absolutely. And Hermson right there caught Mountain Vista off guard, ran as soon as he got the ball, and it'll be first and I believe long here for Fort Collins.
No, it's 1st and 10. It just moves them back from where the return would be. So once again in the pistol. Can they get something here? Another fake handoff. Never mind, it's a real handoff. And getting very little this time is once again Kevin Lozano.
Lozano's been the only back for Fort Collins tonight. Besides the scrambles.
And they're going to bring him off. He's limping. Yeah, he's coming off. He's hurt. Kevin Lozano came down awkward, and he's off the field on the ground. And in comes Gerardo Rivas, and we hope that Lozano is okay. He came up limping and immediately came off.
Not a good sight.
Now in the pistol, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. I barely have to say the formation anymore. It's going to be another one. And he's just going to uncork, and that is overcooked by a mile as he tries to find number 15, who we still don't have on our roster.
Great coverage right there from Austin Scheich right there, as he definitely had no room right there to get that pass. And that will bring up 3rd and long here for Fort Collins.
Yeah, Scheich did a good job there. I mean, he's gotten burned a couple times, but he makes up for it with a great defensive stop. If he wasn't there, that ball's caught, and that's probably a touchdown. Now to the left, to the right. Quick drop back, 2 steps. He's just going to fire an out, and it's bumped, and it's dropped. Incomplete pass went in and out of the hands of Levi Hermson, and it hit him in the chest. Got to catch those. It's one of the first things you're taught by your dad when you're playing football in your backyard. Hits you in the chest and the hands, you got to have it.
Absolutely. And once again, Mountain Vista forcing yet another punt here on Fort Collins. Fort Collins still has yet to get on the board, and they need to do so if they want to break this deep hole. This one goes straight in the air.
That's not a great punt. I know I said punters have feelings too, but that was just straight up in the sky. Just too much pressure on him. Kicked it a little bit too high. Not enough drive. So that's going to set Vista up quite nice.
I think just outside of Fort Collins territory, as Mountain Vista will have great field position here.
Can they make it 28-0? Fort Collins defense has been stepping up big time. Now Mountain Vista in the pistol. They got 2 out wide, stacking the line. They're going to hand off Jack Place. He's going to use those legs and get planted by number 59. That is also not on my roster.
That's unfortunate.
He made a great play, great gang tackle, but we just don't have him. Now in the shotgun, they almost got him to jump again.
Hansen in the backfield.
There we go. Majeski's going to hand off outside Hansen. Hansen is stumbling and falls over before he could even get to the offensive line.
That's still positive yards right there.
I don't believe it is. He did not make it past his offensive lineman. Yep, 3rd down and 6.
You are correct. I was looking at the chains.
All good. 3rd and 6. Vista in the shotgun. 1-step drop. Majeski. He's going to sling it. Wide open is Conway, who's dragging defenders and then gets leveled out of bounds.
I'll still be a 1st down for Mountain Vista as they move the chains once again. I am so impressed with Mountain Vista's offense tonight.
Absolutely. Majeski has stepped up big time, just like we said he needed to. Carrying that offense down the field, as well as having Jack Blaze and Grant Hansen, who've shared carries. Now stepping up, great pocket presence. He's going to juke outside, trying to get something. Majeski doing a great job running there, being decisive. And he's going to get maybe 5.
Yeah, great recognition right there by Majeski. Receivers weren't open. Pocket was collapsing. What do? Use your legs and scramble for yardage.
Yeah, great poise to step up. He had about 4 or 5 guys flailing away at him, and he picks up 4. Once again to the shotgun. Majeski fakes a handoff, gives it to a nice big gain there, and it's Grant Hansen again. Actually, it was Jack Blaze. My apologies. The 6 and the 5 do look quite alike.
Just like the kickers that keep rotating running backs.
Now Mountain Vista. It's going to be another handoff. No, it isn't. It's a fake. Outside. Can he get something here? No, he cannot. Short 1 yard as they tried to find Conway again.
Moving the chains once again is Mountain Vista, and now they're in Fort Collins red zone.
Yeah, this is great for Mountain Vista as Majeski takes another 2 steps back. He's got plenty of time. He's going to uncork it. And what a breakup on the far side. He laid himself out, and it was a great dive from Nolan Migdal.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that pass was going. Not great position right there from Majeski. That was a risky pass, and he definitely underthrew Conway right there.
Yeah, I think if Majeski gets a little more air on that, it's 28-0. But now it's going to be another fake outside. It's going to be a quick slant, and it is touchdown, Mountain Vista Golden Eagles. Sean Conway on the slant.
I am super impressed right there by Austin Majeski, hitting as he throws, and gets a touchdown right there. That just shows how well Austin Majeski has been this season.
Well,
in this game,
we do have a consistent kicker this time. It's Zach Pickett again, trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3, or actually 2 for 2. Sorry. Ball is nice and got it. 28-0 for the Golden Eagles as they roar away.
Mountain Vista right in the middle of the pack in the 5A division of Colorado.
Yep.
On the other hand, Fort Collins sitting at the bottom 3rd spot in the Colorado Class of 5A.
Yeah, Mountain Vista ranks 16th in the state. They're showing why here. 28-0. Fort Collins.
3rd to last. Not looking good.
I mean, it's been a tough night for them. Obviously, you got to travel from Fort Collins. That sucks.
Yeah, there's no fans even to support them there tonight.
No, they're fans. They have fans here. Their section is getting bigger.
Overconsumed though by Golden Eagle fans, though. You do have to agree.
To be fair, they're from Fort Collins. I would not
is
expect
true.
them to pack the house.
That's why I mentioned earlier tonight.
Pickett,
Mountain
and
Vista.
that's a squib kick. And it's out of bounds. Zach Pickett, that was ugly. As he got on top of the ball instead of hitting it in that sweet spot, and it did not go very high. It was,
Hey, you don't need to see how pretty the kick is. It matters where it is. It ended up at the 11-yard line.
Yeah, but it went out of
now
bounds.
there's a penalty.
It went out of bounds, so it'll be on the 35.
Thank you. And Fort Collins will get the ball at the 35-yard line. Trying to get on the board here is Fort Collins. Sun is setting in tonight as there's 2.5 minutes left in the first half.
Yeah, Fort Collins, those beautiful helmets, they got to try and get something on the board here. Cannot go into the locker room shut out. They're going to motion Hermson. It's not going to be Hermson. It's just a quick hitter up the middle, and he gets maybe a yard. And it's to Gerardo Rivas. So Kevin Lozano has yet to come back on the field.
After that scary knee injury, hopefully he returns healthy after the first half. Stay tuned at halftime to watch our Mountain Vista Marching Band, Plums, and our halftime analysis. All here on Vista Now.
Thank you, Sam. That was a great plug. Now, still refusing to move away from the pistol. Fort Collins, that's going to be a tip drill and incomplete. Who got a hand on it, I think, was number 8, or number 9.
Tate Ames.
No,
And
that is actually a 0. These numbers are very blocky. That was Carter Daniels.
Joel Lopez almost caught that after being tipped. And that'll bring up 3rd and 9. Once again, 3rd and long for Fort Collins. Haven't been very successful here on 3rd down. Hopefully trying to convert here with 1:47 left to go in the second quarter.
Fort Collins has converted 1 of 5 3rd down attempts. Can they get something here? They try. That one's going to be almost picked off again by Ja'Kai Mack. He almost had another. And it's going to be 4th and 9. And here comes the punting unit.
The play almost right there. Mountain Vista was on offense. Ja'Kai Mack almost had pass interference right there, trying to catch the ball. But he was on defense there.
Offensive PI almost. Now set to punt away is Joel Lopez. He's been pretty busy punting so far today.
He's the kicker and punter.
They're going to move. They're going to move 1 away from protecting Lopez. Vista's going to send the house. Daniels almost gets there. That's a great punt there. Bit hard to read. Returned very well. Making men miss, and he's going to go down. It was Elam Parisis who makes a great catch and gets kneecapped at the 38. Or, yes, the 38-yard line. Now, the Mountain Vista student section getting loud. Mountain Vista, same formation they've been using. Majeski's got one to his right. It's going to be a two-step drop. Majeski, plenty of time. He's just waiting and going to fire sidearm in and out of the hands of Elam Parisis.
First target of the night.
First target's a drop.
That's not good. He's been getting those punts, but not so much actually getting receiving yards for Mountain Vista.
Parisis is going to want that one back. He had a defender who over-pursued. If Parisis catches that, he just looks downfield. He sees a guy shooting past him. He just follows him. Absolutely. Now Majeski on a three-step drop. Plenty of time. He's going to sling one outside. That's caught and then popped.
Elam Parisis again right there. This time he makes up for it with a nice catch.
Parisis a good snag on the outside as he got lit up like a Christmas tree by Joel Lopez, even though it is only August.
Boy, how great would it be if Mountain Vista went up 35-0 right here?
That'd be a big confidence booster. Now Mountain Vista, Majeski's got plenty of time. He's just going to sling it over the middle, and he finds Parisis again. So 3 targets for Elam Parisis on 3 plays.
Austin Majeski should be a baseball player with how he slinged that football pass right there.
Yeah, great throw. Elam's going to just check down into the flat, wide open on a nice button hook. And a big gain to the 15.
Sean Conway once again, as he will send this one into the red zone, and I believe it's a timeout for Mountain Vista. Great timeout right there, trying to stop the
clock. Fort
clock.
Collins calls the timeout.
Surprising right there. That just gives more time for Mountain Vista to score again. That's honestly not good play calling. They just want the clock to run out and be stuck with a 28-0 lead at the half, not to increase it.
I don't think that it's a play call thing. I think that for Fort Collins, this is a calm your guys down and give them a breather thing. They've been a little bit sloppy, but I think that's just fatigue. So this is just them trying to get them a breather.
Absolutely. Battered on the scoreboard, hopefully not trying to get another slap in the face here. Mountain Vista in the red zone with 1 minute here. Jonah, what do you think Mountain Vista is going to do here?
Put it in the end zone. I think that's the game plan here. Why not go up by 35?
Absolutely. Put fear into the defense.
Absolutely. That defense has not been able to stop them. Why show them that they can stop you now? Why not just keep showing off?
And hopefully the Fort Collins defense can step up also later in the season. They allowed a 50-burger in week 0, and hopefully that doesn't happen again. Here
now
goes
Majeski's got to run, and he's going to step outside.
Stops the clock with 50 seconds left as he's down at the Fort Collins 6-yard line as Mountain Vista intends to keep increasing their lead.
Yeah, Majeski did a good job recognizing pressure and realizing, dang, I got an open lane. I'm going for it. And it worked brilliantly.
2nd and 2 here for Vista.
2nd and 2, 6-yard line. Majeski looking to Coach Looney.
Let's see if you're correct here. Mountain Vista puts it in the end zone, hopefully.
It's going to be, I'm calling a handoff to Grant Hansen. He's been very good, or that's actually Jack Blaze. Handoff to Jack Blaze right up the middle. I'm calling it right here.
To correct yourself right there before you
Never
lock
mind.
it in.
They didn't. It's going to be a foul as one of the Fort Collins guys just leveled his own player. Aaron Estrada makes a great tackle. Levi Hermson got popped by his own defensive lineman. Huh.
And that will be illegal motion on Ja'Kai Mack right there, as that will push Mountain Vista back with 43 seconds
Well,
left.
Mountain Vista, they're going against our script of the penalties killing them this game. They've had like maybe 3, and they've been very clean apart from that first couple drives, and they might punch in another one.
Absolutely. I'll bet they'll still put it in the end zone, though. Here's Majeski stepping back.
Majeski got pressure off his back foot. Can he get it in? And it is in. Touchdown, Golden Eagles. Jack Blaze has gone in again on a great screen from Austin Majeski as he recognized the pressure and off his back foot delivered a strike.
Great job with the play calling right there. A halfback slip screen right there as Jack Blaze gets in for his second touchdown of the game.
Well, let's see who they've got. And they do have Zach Pickett kicking. Nope, it's Riley McDonald. The kicker carousel continues. McDonald booms it, and it is in. So Mountain Vista having some fun with the kickers.
And they're up by 35 here in the first half.
Yeah, do you think Mountain Vista brings the backups on, rest your starters, or do you think that they let the starters get a little bit more playing time here?
I think they should let the starters go until the first half, even though it's 37 seconds. Just let them have that one last moment. I see Carter Daniels and Austin Scheich on the field still, so the starters are still out there, and Zach Pickett will kick it off with 37 seconds left.
Yeah, I mean, it's worked for Mountain Vista so far. Pickett, apart from that one punt that was, or actually it was a kickoff, that was an interesting one. He's been pretty good. Now can he do it again and pin him deep? He's gotten 3 kickoffs inside the 1. And he's going to go for an onside kick. Oh, they got it. Carter Daniels got it. And they blow it dead. Hickory dickory, we've got some trickery. Mountain Vista with an onside kick recovered.
They do have the ball with 37 seconds left. The starters having some fun out there, trying to go up 42-0.
This feels mean. They just onside kicked against the team that they're up 35-0. Coach Looney wants everyone to know that he's not going too conservative this time.
Could we have a record scoring here for Mountain Vista?
Majeski on a 2-step drop, trying to find fires right over the middle. It's going to be wide open caught for Ja'Kai Mack. Mack bouncing outside and taking it out of bounds.
30 seconds left here in the first half as Mountain Vista still try to put up 40 points in the first half.
We might get a 40 burger in 2 quarters.
That would be crazy. That'd be on pace for 84 points.
Mountain Vista, it feels mean as they now go 5 out wide. 5 down lineman, Majeski, he's got plenty of time. And he's going to zip it into Conway. Conway just got, he tried to stiff arm him. I'll give Sean Conway props for the attempt.
Trying to spike it here. Oh no, they're going to
Jack
go,
McKeon.
hurry up. No huddle.
No huddle here, Majeski is going to clock it.
16 seconds left. Do you think Mountain Vista is going to punch in it again?
Yes. I don't think that they care about showing mercy. I think that they want to put the foot on the throat and just take an even bigger lead.
Jumbo set.
Majeski's going to move Parisi's. Parisi's did a jog and got a block and just got ripped down.
Hansen right there on the
run. Did they just call a timeout? Oh my God.
Trying to stop the clock here with 11 seconds left. I think they're going to run at least one more play if they don't put it in. They're going to bring in the kicker carousel to put them up 38-0. At least something.
This is just cruel at this point. This is cruel and unusual punishment.
Well, hopefully the second half isn't so mean. They'll probably put in their backups after. This is definitely not shaping up to be a close game.
Or they load Austin Majeski's stat pad. Either one works.
Works for us. Hopefully we still get a win. I'm not going to jinx it.
I like seeing touchdowns, so I'm good with either way.
Iconic words of sports broadcasting. Touchdown!
Iconic words of Mike Hoblick. Hopefully this time it won't just be me screaming.
Or Chuck Minahan.
Do miss both those guys. And
timeout by Fort Collins right here. trying to think it over. They're taking this way too seriously, especially with the 35-0 lead.
They don't want to give up. They don't want to go down 42-0. Why would they? They're gonna take as much time as they need to figure out what they're gonna do here to try and stop a touchdown, because I mean they've gotten battered.
Yep, scoreboard reflects it.
And it's not an effort thing. You see how hard these guys are working. They're going out, they're balling out every play. It's just their play calling has been so brilliantly matched by the Mountain Vista defense and the Mountain Vista offense. Now, 4 out wide. Majeski's going to take a 2-step drop. And now he's going to sling wide open in the corner. Touchdown. That makes it 41-0.
Sean Conway
It's Sean
right there.
Conway again. And Austin Majeski has just thrown for his fifth touchdown of the night. And
Actually, correction, 4th touchdown.
Oh, yeah, 2 rushing touchdowns.
One from Hanson, one from Blaze.
Yay, the kicker carousel is back.
Riley McDonald is out there for the extra point. Trying to make it 42-0.
McDonald, a great liner. And it's 42-0. We love the kicker carousel here at Mountain Vista. Hoorah.
How about that? 6 for 6 on extra points tonight.
Well, you love to see it. Sam, we just saw a tale of 2 football teams. Mountain Vista so strong, scoring so many. Fort Collins, not as much. We'll be going right now to the highlight analysis with me as I try to slide over to see the replay screen.
Me as well.
So here we see it's Austin Majeski. He's taking a 2-step drop, steps up very nice, and just plenty of time, nice and composed, right over the middle to Conway, who was open by quite a lot there. And he was kind of untouched. There was no one really within 5 yards of him, as we see it here again. Majeski taking enough time to set his feet. And,
Get that
well, we
pass
don't
on.
really see very much here, but a great shot of the referee. But, yeah, now here we go again as the Mountain Vista Palms and cheer will come on with the junior Palms. My name is Jonah Cullen. Alongside me was Sam Dursteller. We will be back at the end of halftime. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a great show there from our brilliant Mountain Vista band. Let's take a look at some highlights. So a great celebration here. All right, now here we go. This is the first interception of the game right here. And it's just a bit of a miscommunication. Cranford, he takes the snap. He does a great job. He goes through his progressions. But when he tries to fire it for Hermson, he just overshoots, and Ja'Kai Mack is right there to make a great read on the ball. I mean, you can take a look here. He's doing a great job. He's scanning the field. Mountain Vista starts to pack more guys in the box. He's expecting blitz. And so when he takes it, he's going to take 2 steps to his right, doesn't even bother stepping back, tries to fire to Hermson. Hermson doesn't even have his head around, and Ja'Kai Mack is already going the other way. Now here it is on the return. It's Ja'Kai, and he has lanes just all to himself. Doesn't have to worry about tackles. He's beaten every guy except for Justin Cranford. And Cranford's doing a good job. He's doing a great job getting back, getting ready to just try and throw himself at Ja'Kai Mack, who just steps out of bounds on the 10-yard line. Here it is from the wide shot. You can see no white jerseys worrying Ja'Kai Mack until quarterback Justin Cranford, who's actually wearing 44 instead of 17, manages to hunt him down. Here we are. It's a Mountain Vista touchdown. This is when Majeski threw an absolute laser to Ja'Kai Mack. Austin doing a great job scanning the field, and Ja'Kai is just wide open. He absolutely toasted the Fort Collins defender, who is also not on my roster list. Here we are again. Fort Collins are going to do, they've been running the pistol a lot, and they've been using a lot of motion, and it kind of hasn't worked for them. You can see here, quarterback gets swallowed up by 2 guys here. It's Zach Ruffle who makes the initial contact, and then Orion Ulmer who gets in there. Here we are again. This time it's Majeski. I believe this is the 4th touchdown maybe? It's just a nice, this is the 3rd touchdown. It's just a nice quick hitter to Grant Hansen. Picks his gap perfectly. And, I mean, it worked perfectly. And we have a bit of a kicker battle, the kicker carousel. They're going at it here. McDonald from the 30. Drilled it. Anyways, back to the highlights. This is the one we were just talking about. It's just a great, great run. Picked the perfect gap and gets in using some great strength to lower the shoulder and bully ball your way in. Now this one, you see, Crandon, he got a little nervous on the screen. He pump faked it, and he tried to stiff arm White. Seaman doing a great job to drag him to the ground. Now, nice one for Austin Majeski. And this is just a great read by Majeski again. He puts it right where he needs to give it, and he put it into a decently tight window, and it worked beautifully for him. So here it's Austin Majeski. He's going to fake the handoff Jack Blaze, and it's just a nice slant to Sean Conway, who has been toasting the Fort Collins secondary all game. Here it is from another angle. You're going to see Austin Majeski. He fakes the handoff. He doesn't even have to go through his progressions. He knows Sean Conway is going to be open. Great trust between quarterback and receiver there. So here's Majeski again. Some great pressure off the edge by Estrada, but it's just brilliantly put into the hands of Elam Parisis, who does a great job of getting himself down. Now it's one of those weird bootlegs where you're running opposite your throwing arm. Austin just does a great job of recognizing that he has a lane, and he almost gets it in. Goes out on the 3. Crucial play to set him up for a touchdown. And yeah, here you see it. Mountain Vista, they use a lot of motion off his back foot. Great throw. Recognize the pressure. A little bit of misdirection with the motion, and it worked perfectly. So Majeski, he had a lot of time here, and he wound up, and yeah, right there is his go-to so far this game, Sean Conway, who is untouched on an in, and it worked brilliantly. And here's the final highlight. And yeah, just right in the corner of the end zone. It was a great read. Unfortunately, the gigantic post kept us from seeing it. And yeah, that will end our halftime analysis. Make sure you stay right here for the second half. I know it's not the closest game, but it's always fun to see touchdowns. My name's Jonah Cullen. I'll be back for the second half. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with some third quarter action. Vista fans still out here in droves waiting to see their team close this one out. 24 minutes left of playing time. Obviously, timeouts and other stoppages. Will we see Mountain Vista bring the subs on? Will we see Sam Derschteller get to do play-by-play for a drive? We will find out as this game progresses. The ball is kicked and we are underway for second half action. That's going into the end zone and it's going to be a touchback.
And I love how the Mountain Vista crowd has acted today. They're just supporting their team despite how interesting the game may or may not be. It's 42-0. This game, probably a comeback is probably impossible, but stranger things have happened. Mountain Vista against Rock Canyon, Thunder Ridge against us.
Which we like to not talk about.
We would not like to talk about that, absolutely.
And once again, it is Fort Collins in the pistol. They are not going away from it, and I respect the ability to stay with it. That's going to be a nice quick hitter. Handoff up the middle, and it's Migdal because Lozano has not come back, so they gave it to Migdal. They're going to be splitting between Rivas and Migdal for the remainder of the game, unless Lozano does come back. And
unfortunate that Lozano has not came back, and now we have an injury on the field.
Who could that be? Oh, he's down. Yeah, he's not moving very much.
That is our linebacker, Ryan Asaro.
Yep.
Senior as well.
Hate to see it. Didn't look like it was a very high contact injury. And as the stadium PA announces that someone in their blue Jeep has to move, we sit and wait to make sure Asaro is okay. We will be back when we get him up. And he is up. You love to see it. Love to see him walking off under his own bower. And, yeah, he's going to be off for either remainder of the quarter, remainder of the game, or maybe just to play. Who knows?
Fort Collins still keeping their starters out there, still trying to get on the board here. Meanwhile, Mountain Vista has gone with some backups, not all of them.
Yeah, I see Carter Daniels has come off, and that's good. You want to rest your stars, as it's going to be a quick and they actually went out of the shotgun, and getting a decent carry there was Gerardo Rivas.
Seems like he's the backup for Lozano. Hopefully he comes back later in this game. You hate to see an injury. Carter Daniels is back out on the field.
And my guess of resting players was incorrect. They're going to throw everything at him. To the left, one to the right, once again in the pistol. Bit of an awkward snap there, handled well, and it's going to go right up the middle. That is number 24, Nicholas Arzaga, getting his first carry of the game.
How about that? Putting in one of their seniors into the game. You love to see it.
Absolutely, and it was a good first carry on a bit of an awkward snap. I mean, Cranford, he had to adjust. He had to catch it with one hand. It was a great snag, and he adapted well.
Absolutely. 2nd and 6 here for Fort Collins.
Once again in the pistol, to the left, to the right. Not even an attempt to fake the handoff. That one was high and bobbled in and out of the hands of Jackson Tarver, broken up on the far side, or on the near side, by Bryce Bailey.
I'll bring up 3rd down here for Fort Collins. Hopefully they can convert on a 3rd down, especially since Mountain Vista is probably a little bit more lax and hopefully not trying to get more injuries.
Absolutely, and I mean, obviously you want stars to get as much experience playing time as you can. Just got to balance that with injury. Once again in the pistol, they're going to motion outside, and that's going to go pretty much nowhere. They gave it to Hermson, who's been their offense this entire game, and they blew it up.
And like you said earlier, Jonah, in Week 18 in the NFL, for example, they rest their players. Sometimes teams don't need to play when they don't have to, and since it's a 42-0 game, they probably don't need to play at that moment. So it's best to rest their players, but
yeah,
they're
absolutely.
keeping them out there still.
And it's going to be a nice punt. Vista getting in there in a little barrel roll. And, oh, Hansen almost got popped, but he finally does go down. And I mean, Jack McKeon was running at him like a Mack truck and was about to destroy the poor kid.
And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised here if on one of these punts, Fort Collins pulls out.
Someone's down. Injury timeout. That's number 7, Jackson Smith, who is on a knee.
Once again, another senior here for Mountain Vista. Hate to see it.
Yeah, I mean, you wonder if it's proper injury, cramping, because it is hot. You wonder, I mean, he's pointing to his calf. He's struggling to get up. He does get up, and he cannot put weight on that leg. It is more than a cramp. That is not good. You do love to see him walking off, however.
I hate to see
worrying.
multiple seniors getting hurt here in the second half. That's not good.
It is worrying to see that he is struggling. We wish him nothing but the very best as he comes off after a pretty decent game.
And back to that punt, I wouldn't be surprised here if Fort Collins would actually go for a fake here since they're down so much. They have to get a first down. Why not do it on a fake punt? Now here's Majeski.
Majeski out of the shotgun. They're going to hand off. That's to Blaze. Blaze getting shifty, and it's a first down.
Still not putting backups in. A little bit surprising as Majeski stays out there with Blaze.
This is Garrett Looney we're talking about. He wants to make a statement. He knows that last year a lot of the games they lost because they got too conservative. Not this time. They're going as hard and fast as they can all game. Majeski on a 2-step drop. Fires outside. That one's caught on a toe tap by number 28, Brooklyn Bailey.
How about that? The freshman getting in that catch. Love to see it.
Love to see him getting some reps.
He's also starting at defensive back today. That is his first start of his career.
great for the young kid. Here we go. Majeski once again in the shotgun. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. He's going to be a quick handoff upside to Jack Blaze. Blaze is going to get a little bit. He's going to get quite a lot. And
definitely enough for a first down as Mountain Vista will move the chains.
Yep, and this is Mountain Vista settling in. They know they can just pound the ball, burn the clock, and walk out here with a convincing W. Majeski on a low snap. He's going to hand off Blaze. Blaze outside on an outside zone. It's worked for him pretty well. Blaze cuts back inside. He's got at least 10. Blaze has got 12, and he's going to go down.
He's an absolute bulldozer through that defensive line of Fort Collins as he gets another 10-yard pickup right there.
Yeah, it was a great read from him. Great read from Blaze. He followed his blocks perfectly. Knew exactly where he had to go.
He's acting like Nick Chubb right now. Every 10 yards he gets is a first down.
Another handoff up the middle. Blaze is just wrapped up and tackled brilliantly by Van Warman. Doing a great job.
Another first down for Mountain Vista.
Moving those chains, doing it pretty well. Vista fans getting loud as Austin Majeski takes him into the red zone. Fakes the handoff, he's gonna sling it outside. Nice out route, staying in bounds and wrapped up brilliantly. Making a good tackle there is number 22, Jackson Tarver, who wrapped up number 28, Brooklyn Bailey. So Mountain Vista, they've been pretty reliant on these out routes. Nice up 5 yards, find the guy that's wide open. And if you can get a run, great. If not, cool, that's still 5 yards. You move half of what you need, and then boom, you do it again on the next play.
Hey, yards is yards. Here goes
and they're
Blaze.
gonna go inside. Touchdown, Jack Blaze has his second of the game.
Second rushing touchdown of the game. 3 touchdowns total, and this is now a 48-0 game. Do you think they should go for 50 right here, or do you think they should just take the 49?
Nah, I would take the 49. As it's Zach Pickett, the kicker carousel. Woo! And it's Shike to hold. He's been pretty good as the holder.
A perfect 6 for 6 on extra points. Can they keep the streak going? 7
Here we
for
go.
7.
Here we go. Bringing pressure, Pickett. Cool, calm, and collected down the middle. Great kick there from Zach Pickett. That was a great kick there from Zach Pickett. Now Sam Dersteller will be doing some play-by-play here for us. Here we go, Sam.
Absolutely putting in more work here. Switching roles a little bit, just like switching the kickers here in tonight's game.
They can have a kicker carousel. We can have a commentator carousel.
Absolutely. Running back carousel too. Zach Pickett about to kick it off.
Oh, that looks tiring as they kick 49 times, and they had number 94, Michael Price, joining them.
That's great. Zach Pickett going to kick it off to Levi Hermson. Pickett, the kick is up, and it is away. Hopefully Fort Collins can get on the board here as he'll take this in from the 1, and he will return this. Here goes Hermson. Hermson, flag is down, and he'll take this one all the way out to the 28-yard line of Fort Collins. Flag is down, though, and we are waiting to see the call.
Zach Pickett has been so good on just thumping balls off the tee. He's gotten them inside the 1, 5 out of 7, and he's been brilliant all game.
And that is an illegal blocking penalty on Fort Collins, and that will move them back. Great field position here for the Mountain Vista defense. Safety would just be disrespectful here.
I mean, it would be a 50-burger.
51 to be exact.
True.
And here is Fort Collins. Their starter's still out there, still trying to get on the board here.
Wow, they're backing him up big.
What are you hoping to see tonight from Justin Cranford?
I'm hoping to see him bounce back. He's been good. They need him to be great. And frankly, he's not been great.
Yeah, he has to throw those passes under pressure like he's been pressured all night. And this one will be sent back. Looks like a fumble return for a touchdown. by Carter Daniels. Forces the fumble and the scoop and score to make it 55-0.
The heart and soul of the defense, Carter Daniels. He's been that guy for 2 years, and he's showing why right now. Great scoop and score from the kid.
Just wow, this is honestly disrespectful. Who's going to be kicking it? It'll be Riley McDonald as they will switch kickers once more, trying to go 8 for 8 on extra points tonight.
The kicker carousel has become the best part of this game. And we have just been informed it will be a running clock for the rest of the game. Yeah, the score has gotten so large that they're just going to run the clock no matter what. That one is thumped, and McDonald has it down the gut.
Yeah, although I guess it's a little bit upsetting for Fort Collins. They don't want a running clock. They want to make sure that they want to stay strong and take the game regularly. But this is a very, very big deficit, and it looks like Mountain Vista will definitely have this one in the bag as they are up 56-0.
Those poor cheer girls, 56 kicks. Oh my God, that's got to be terrible.
Very, very tiring. I wouldn't be able to do that. I'm sure you wouldn't be able to do that either, Jonah.
I would get to maybe 14, and then both of my knees would pop, and I would fall to the floor.
Maybe the kickers could do it, as it looks like
it's gonna be Pickett. Pickett's
Yep,
Pickett's
Zach
gonna be.
Pickett will kick this one off once again. Hermson back to return.
And no reason for Zach not to. I mean, he's been brilliant.
And of course Riley McDonald as well, as this one will be kicked off. Hermson back to the end zone, and he will let this one go back for a touchback.
Yeah, I mean, Zach, he's been so good. I mean, he's putting it where either you return it and you don't even get to the 20, or you don't return it. You do not get good yards off this kid. He's so good.
Now it's going to be interesting to read the new names on the defense and the offense, as backups are definitely starting to roll in here for both teams.
Yeah.
I believe Fort Collins is not letting down, though, but Mountain Vista has definitely made some changes on the defensive side.
Yeah, I see Carter Daniels is just hanging out with his buddies on the sideline. He's having fun, helmet off.
After that scoop and score, he looks done.
Now, all out wide, finally getting rid of the pistol.
Here's Cranford. Cranford, oh, faked me out. Cranford will take this one himself, and he'll take that for a 6-yard gain, and we'll get this one out to the 26. Cranford right there fooled me as well. Great read option right there, and goes right down the middle.
Yeah, he played the defense. He saw that they were selling out for the jet sweep. He saw what he liked, and he went right up the middle, and it worked pretty well for him. 6-yard gain as we're going to go to the end of the third. Mountain Vista 56-0. Clock's going to be rolling for the rest of the game.
Yeah, that's a little bit shocking to me. I would think that it would definitely be like at least 1 minute ran off the clock, but not to be the case, as they are up by so much that the quarter's already over. This is going to end up like a very, very fast game.
Yeah, I mean, you love to this does. I mean, as a Vista fan, you love to see this. As a Fort Collins fans, you hate to see this. As a football fan who just likes to see competitive games, you hate to see it.
Absolutely. And now Fort Collins will take this in from their own 26, as they're hoping to at least get something on the board. 12 running minutes on the clock. Hopefully they can get something done here. As here is Fort Collins, far from home, trying to get something on the board. Make sure they don't go out.
Shut out.
Absolutely, making sure they're not going to get shut out here. Still keeping starters in. This is Cranford.
And still in the pistol.
You've said that all game long, and they're keeping that.
And it actually was not Cranford. It's Griffin Campaign. And we got a bit of a scrum.
Yeah, Fort Collins definitely nervous and upset after being down by this much. It would hurt to be on Fort Collins' side as well. And running clock here as Campaign doing a nice job. I believe he took that QB sneak in last time.
He did. That is true.
And now here is Campaign here on a 3rd and 5. Trying to get something done. senior.
Oh,
and
bad
it's a-
snap. And just doing a great job to get into the backfield.
Nicholas Arzaga right there, picking up the bad snap, and still not getting a turnover right there, but
I believe
this
that was
is a punting unit coming out on the field. Joel Lopez is going to punt this away.
I believe it was Will Hanley who got in the backfield and made the tackle. Great tackle by Will there.
He's also the backup quarterback for Majeski if they decide to replace him.
I believe he's actually the third string. I'm not sure. We don't have Sean Lackey on here.
It could also be Marquise Reese, the freshman quarterback.
Yeah, it could also be Carson Ackey. We have a lot of quarterbacks.
Absolutely. Timeout called by, I believe, Fort Collins.
Yeah, and to take this time out to our buddy AJ, who is supposed to be here. Unfortunately, he couldn't. He had something happen with him. We wish you luck in your recovery, buddy. We love you. Hope we'll see you out here again soon.
We have Cam Krosbakken, one of our fellow commentators and workers, helping us here produce. And shout out to him. And that will be Joel Lopez to punt this one away. 2 men back to return this, Grant Hansen and Elam Parisis. Most of the kicks have gone to Parisis today.
Yeah, and I mean, that works for Vista. Elam's probably their best returner. He's so well-rounded. He's like the Taysom Hill of this football team, just minus the quarterback.
He plays 3 spots on offense: the tight end, linebacker, punter, and kick returner.
Vista almost got a great one there, and that's going to go and be a fair catch.
Right at the 43-yard line of Mountain Vista. And now Mountain Vista's offense will trot out there.
There is no Austin Majeski. It will be Carson Ackey getting his first varsity snaps.
The
Here we
sophomore
go, kid.
right there, probably going to replace Majeski once he graduates from high school. Carson Ackey right there. He's going to try to complete some plays to their new targets out there. Sammy Brown still out there.
Yeah, and Carson's a great kid. I believe he's got something in him. Let's go, kid. Come on, you got it.
Bruskin going in motion. Here's a run. This one will be taken by Dylan Dunbar right here, and he'll take this one about to midfield. And that'll be just short of the first down. They'll bring up 2nd and 2.
Great run by Dunbar, finding the gap. Great play fake by Ackey, freezing the defense, doing a great job, especially as a sophomore, taking his first varsity snaps.
Absolutely. Ackey trying to be a leader out there. He'll take the snap. Ackey, another handoff. This one's to Dunbar once more. That'll be enough for first down, but a short gain of 3 right there.
Great job by Dunbar, and Mountain Vista just nice and easy. Don't do anything stupid here. Keep your gap up, and let's try and get another one, I guess.
Absolutely. Up 56-0. Don't want any injuries here, especially with our starters. Great job by Coach Looney, stepping off the gas just a little bit. 56-0 is a lot of gas, and they finally slowed it down a little bit.
Definitely.
Now here's Ackey.
In the shotgun.
Another
handoff.
This one is to Charles Roth. He's actually their backup tight
Oh, and
end.
they're getting physical over there. That's number 4, Yastin Morales, and number 34, Lucas Conklin, a former buddy of ours up here in broadcasting. Interesting choice from Conklin to try and slap someone in the face who has a helmet on. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't play sports anymore,
Vista
but me
needs
personally.
to go off the gas just a little bit.
Conklin got to control his temper. Still don't know why he tried to punch someone in the
Huddle in motion, and it's another run to Roth. Roth will run this one, and that will be a first down. Roth.
It's Morales and Conklin are pushing off against each other again.
Try not to get as physical. Conklin comes off, trying to calm him down a little bit. Roth comes off as well. Looks like the new back is Joel Bondi Quantry as the backup, well, I guess 4th string running back, as we've seen a ton of them today.
Here we go,
Here's
Joel.
Ackey.
Let's go,
Runs
Joel.
this
Good
one.
run. Way to power forward.
And Vondi Quatry will get this one for a nice gain of 5. And that's just a great run right there. Just doing simple runs. Aki not really doing anything special. I would at least like to see one pass instead of keep handing it off. Fort Collins should know this. Their Mountain Vista is becoming very predictable right now. There's
Here we
another
go, another handoff to Corte. Big run up the middle. Stopped on the 25. Great power running.
I think he'll be just short right here. 3rd and 1 for Mountain Vista.
No, they're moving the chains. First down. Good run, Joel.
Yeah, great persistence right there by Mountain Vista. They're going with their 4th quarter game plan. Run the ball, and they're going to keep going with it.
They do bring Corte off. It's another new back. Carson Ackey's doing a great job of being a game manager. That's what you need from him. They're going to give him his first throw, and it's a great bubble screen. That one's going to number 19, and it is. They almost first down. Evan Wheeler doing a great job on the reception there. And Akey, great composure.
So many running backs. We're almost naming the whole team out here. Everyone's running the ball.
Everyone's getting a shot that they think that Mountain Vista thinks that they deserve.
And they're still getting 5 yards every play, which is just amazing how well Mountain Vista just stacks.
Akey on a keeper.
Akey's going to run this one, and he's going to get himself first down. Great QB sneak right there on the outside zone. And that'll be a first down for Mountain Vista. Clock still running here, and it's 56-0 still. 1st and 10. Great job by Akey right there. Running, finding the open zone.
Yeah, Carson did a great job. He bounced off, I think, 2 tackles and just kept those legs moving. Great job from the kid.
Charles Roth back out there as the backup tight end. He'll run this one. Trips right. Akey takes the snap. He's going to QB sneak this one. Akey's going to run this one out to the 10, and that will be a 1st and goal here for Mountain Vista.
Great job on the quarterback draw. Akey took a minute, saw that he didn't like anything, tucked in and ran, and it was the right decision. 7-yard pickup.
Come on, Carson. Let's see a touchdown pass here. As 2nd and 3. They might still keep running the ball. We'll see. Ruff in the backfield. Hand off to Ruff.
Ruff's just going to rumble. He's going to stumble. He's not going to fumble.
He's going to take this one all the way to the 5. And that will definitely be a first down, and it will be 1st and goal here for Mountain Vista with 4:45 left. Do you think they could increase their lead to 63?
I think they try and punch one in here.
That would be the 3rd score of the 2nd half, twice as less as they had in the 1st half. We have a new quarterback. This will be number 7, Jackson Smith, and he'll run this one in for a touchdown.
Atta boy, Jackson came off injured earlier. Way to bounce back and get in.
61-0.
62.
And the extra point unit, who will be the kicker this time?
It's Zach Pickett again. Woo! I'm gonna get a kicker carousel T-shirt made, and I'm gonna bring it to every Vista game. We want the kicker carousel.
You should try to add that to the Cliffs team shop here at Mountain Vista. Pickett going for the extra point here to make it 63-0.
Can they go 9 for 9?
Pickett, kick is up, and it is way over, and it is good. Probably hit one of the cars trying to leave the field. And
Zach Pickett must have some pent-up frustration or anger that he just took out on that ball. That thing is still in the stratosphere.
Oh, man, 63 kicks for the Pums.
Oh, God, that's awful.
That's terrible. It looks like, who do you think? Yep, Pickett will kick this one off. I think he's done every kickoff.
Yeah, he's the only one that's kicked off. McDonald has kicked a few field goals, but I believe Zach Pickett might have just lost us a ball.
Even as a Mountain Vista fan, I would still like to see a touchdown or some type of score here from Fort Collins. You do not want to be losing by 63. That really hurts in the rankings, in the
Yeah.
and the Colorado Class CHSA 5A division.
And some great news from the International Space Station. Zach Pickett's ball has entered orbit. That kid smoked it.
That's crazy. Pickett, hopefully to blast another one, and this one will
Is
go.
pretty good. And once again, pins him in the
Returned by
2.
Hermsen. Nope, I am wrong. That is number 26. We do not have a number for that.
Gotta love the consistency of the rosters.
Exactly, especially for Fort Collins. And now,
Here comes Fort Collins offense. They're just looking to get something here.
absolutely, Griffin Campaign, their quarterback. 151, chance to score here. I'm rooting for Fort Collins here to score a touchdown, despite
I want to see him. I want to see him score.
it's been such a beatdown. As a Vista fan, I'm happy that we're winning, but this is just too much.
It's a great
Fake
read.
handoff.
Great job by Campaign. That's going to be a nice
Rollout.
little dump off, and he's going to get something there.
Roll out to Van Warman, and he'll get this one down for a 10-yard gain, and that one will move the chains. Clock still rolling here. Fort Collins has to think of something fast.
Yeah, and it was a great recognition of pressure by Griffin Campaign. He looked like he was going to throw it, tucked it, got himself a little bit more space, and it worked perfectly for him.
And that has been the first down in a long time. Here's Campaign, fake handoff. Campaign rolling out to his right.
That's going to be holding.
Flag is down. Campaign, and he is tossed down by number 58, Vincent Ortega. And let's see what the penalty is.
Something tells me that's holding on one of the offensive linemen. It is.
Yep. They better get into the huddle fast so that they can keep going here, as despite being pushed back. On a 1st and 20, are they going to let this one go, or are they going to try to get a snap off real fast, Jonah?
I think that they just try and get one more, maybe two more. Hail Mary full of grace.
Send it.
Let's see it. Backup quarterback, hopefully trying to get Hail Mary here.
Nope, they're still in the pistol.
Like all game. Very predictable.
Here we go.
Campaign.
Steps back. He's got about a decade in the pocket.
Campaign launches this one, and that one will be
That's
overthrown.
PI.
And
That's
a pass
PI.
interference right there on number 8, Drew Kaplan. And that one will move the sticks, but that looks like
It's over.
it's over.
Well, Sam Dersteller, that was a blowout.
Unexpected, but great win for Mountain Vista. That will definitely move them up in the power rankings and in the league as well. Your final score, Mountain Vista 63, Fort Collins Lambkins 0. I'm not trying to stress it enough. Great game, though, for Mountain Vista.
My name is Jonah Cullen. Alongside me tonight, Sam Dersteller. He got a couple play-by-play runs in. Props to him. Kim Crosbachen, Tyler Ruffle, and the rest of the boys. It was a pretty good broadcast. See you all next week.